Hey there, welcome to Young Africantrep TV series. I remain Modella. We're here to inform, inspire, connect, and promote the large community of entrepreneurs across the globe. And today, on Young Africantrep TV series, I have another entrepreneur. His name is Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim Jega. He is the head of business development Africa in VoguePay, an online payment processing company. He is the co-founder of Dominium, a blockchain-enabled registry and real estate solutions, and a founding director of Young CEOs Business Forum, a platform to inspire, to empower, and of course to motivate and support African and world venture young leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the CEO Startup Arewa. Welcome, sir. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So let's get talking. Please, I said a couple of things about you. So, would you be kind enough to shed more light on yourself? Things I've not talked about.
Okay. I still remain Mohammed Ibrahim Jega. I'm a Nigerian. School at ABU Zaria. I did my first degree in business administration, and had passion for IT then in the early 2000s, because I believed then I was looking at the future, trying to understand what has the future has for us and what's cooking for us in the future. So I started being very inquisitive to understand where will we be in the next 10 years. So I understand that the world is going to come to our hands and technology is going to take over a lot of things. Technology is going to drive a lot of things. So how do I quickly realign and be part of those people that will be that advocates, that game changers? So then I started doing some courses online, self-training online, to be able to understand, get that in depth. I didn't have any background, anything about technology. So I became very inquisitive, going deeper, learning more about what is happening, what's happening in the global tech trends, and also what is happening in the other world, because we Africa, we're in another world. So understand what's happening, what our contemporaries doing, what's other world saying. So I grew up in Kaduna. There was no technology presence much. Even in my school that I finished from ABU, people queue up to apply for school, registration process and what have you. They have to queue up and follow the normal offline paperwork and everything. That's what we went through. So, but I felt that, what are other universities doing? So I now started thinking of introducing that to my school, telling them that we can be able to do something. That way we can be able to automate this process. So that's activated my mind towards thinking deep in terms of finding solutions to people's problems, especially schools, businesses, and what have you. So I realized that a lot of businesses don't have a presence, online presence. They don't even understand it. Some of them don't understand that they need to have an address online. So it was a serious work for me to educate, to sensitize, to convince them that this is something that they need. So, but I felt, because I took it upon myself then to move towards that direction, and after building that kind of skill competencies in that area, I now understood that I need to also back it up. So I did my master's in computer science. I also did my master's in information system to be able to just get the certificates. Not because I was feeling that these are things that I needed for one job hunting that I'm going or targeting, but because I felt that I'm in that circle of people who will provide solutions to people's problems. So started the startup company then alone, which was like a one-man army running up and down. I was a CEO, I was a marketer, I was a CTO, I was everything. You understand? Building and understand that business doesn't work like that way. You can't just be a one-man army. You have to look at how you can be able to cooperate, how you can be able to bring a team, build a team around you so that you can be able to build structures, and also look at how you can be able to have strategic partners that can correct you if you're taking some wrong steps, and also people that could complement you, because you can't know it all, and you can't do it alone. You need to have what we call a team around you. That is one of our very, very unique selling point of VoguePay. Startup that we launched in 2012, which was providing the solution for, we saw then the market was closed in the sense that to set up an online payment then, it will cost over $1,500 to set up an online payment, and then IntoSwitch was only the one provided that service. So I was looking at how will an SME, how will a startup be able to do that? And then in the other world, why is the other world is like in developed countries, they have started, online payment was the game. So I felt that Africa was like it, but I know if Africa if it picks up, man, it's gonna be boom. So we quickly now, with the team now, look at that niche to disrupt, because we have been known with disruption. We are providing solutions. Nobody knew VoguePay for, you don't hear us for raising money, you don't hear us making noise in the media, but you hear us for building value. A lot of people were silent. Said us, why are you guys silent? You guys have been very silent. We don't hear about you people. But we've been working. We've been doing what we call research and development, understanding what is happening with our competitors, so that we can be able to leverage on that, build on that, and also launch it within our continent. So then we launched our own product, free service, in Nigeria. So it was a game changer. A lot of people jump at it. We have built traction. We continue building, learning, improving on our services. We've done a lot of mistakes, but nevertheless, we were focused, because we knew where we were going to. We had the passion, we had the commitment, we had the zeal. You understand, in part of what we're trying to do, and we know where we're heading to. That's the most important thing. A lot of us startups forget to define themselves. That's their roadmap, and that's.
Continue, sorry to cut you. I would love us to save that particular thing for some other time, probably as the question comes. But I need to ask you, having said all this, having listened to all you said, what would you say ignited your spark? Because it's really be interesting to know that people who decided to start up a business, or who helped to make a significant change in an existing business had something to do. But we'll take that after a quick break. So please just stay tuned. Welcome back. This is still Youngafricantrep TV series, and don't forget I have Jegel ICT in the house today. Okay, so I was going to ask before we went on a quick break, like I said, a lot of people really have something that must have ignited them, that must have ignited the spark in them to create businesses in different ways. So I know you mentioned them, but I think we should really talk about it. What are the real things that ignited your spark?
Okay, first of all, you don't launch a business, you must see the niche, the opportunities there. You understand? Nigeria is an entrepreneur's heaven. There's a lot of opportunities right now. We have a lot of problems need to be solved. You need to look at your own niche. You need to cover the niche for yourself and see how it can be able to work for you. So we saw that niche in that market then, and we strike at it, broke the barriers, that's disruption the market, and that activated a lot of now Even though then, there was no much acceptability, but we need to do a lot of work because people were scared to use their cards and everything. But now, what are we saying? People do a lot of things, transactions seamlessly without no hassles. They buy even water online, they buy things, they buy goods and services, they pay for commodities and whatever. So what am I saying is how you need to understand the opportunity in whatever you're trying to achieve. Because a lot of people do business, you can't reinvent the wheel. You can't reinvent it, but you need to look at how you can be able to break barriers in terms of bringing something new by solving people's problems.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring that into you co-founding Dominion. I understand it's a blockchain-enabled registry. I mean, and a real estate group, but I really need to understand the whole vision behind Dominion. What is it all about?
All right. Technology has become part and parcel of our life. We can't do without technology, and Dominion is a consortium that has to do with providing solutions, technology solutions, which are unique in services, in terms of for governments, for businesses, not B2C. Our model is not B2C. So the solutions we provide are solutions that has to like cargo tracking management system to help countries to manage their cargo tracking, to automate the process, and what have you, and also things that has with land registry system, automating land system, whereby people can be able to digitize the land process, titles, CFO, and what have you. Because in Africa, we have one of the major challenge, crisis about land. People and the government has refused or can't identify who owns what and who is where. So with that system we built, will make the government, with the click of a button, to know what is where and who was what, and also who's to be, and also who is where. Because yeah, we need to know who are you, who are your neighbors, who is there, and how to tax them, who is paying and who is not paying. Because nothing is free, even in Freetown. So currently, our headquarters is in Estonia, Tallinn. And we have a branch in Bahamas. We bid for a contract in Bahamas. And we got it for digitizing land system. And we also have an operation office in Sierra Leone. We bid for cargo tracking in Sierra Leone. We got it. We're currently operating there. And in Nigeria, we're about to implement land registry in some couple of states. So what I'm telling you here is that blockchain, for example, is a product. It's a distributed ledger system, but people don't even understand it, especially in Africa. It's a technology that has come, but it's the most secured, most transparent system. A lot of things are going to migrate from ordinary solution system to blockchain very soon. Very soon. So we've tapped into that market, started deploying. So when the acceptability comes in, it will come in with us. That's what we're looking at.
Wow, this is awesome. Okay, so I need us to talk about scaling, because scaling is a challenge for many entrepreneurs out there. And you have created a beautiful initiative, VoguePay. I'm talking about VoguePay now. Now, how do you effectively scale?
Scaling, it's a very tight. A lot of businesses start up and they die. If you can look back, 2012 when we launched, some other fintech companies launched also after us. Where are they? They are not existing. They've disappeared because it's very difficult to, especially when you don't define your roadmap. You go into the business without having a strategic direction and a vision of what you intend to achieve. Your long-term and short-term visions is very important in every business to succeed. As I always say, you need to prepare yourself for the opportunity. Success is when preparations meet opportunity. But a lot of people are not prepared and they want to succeed. So it's very, very difficult for that. You can't get it right on that at that level. For me, I feel act local, think global. We had a vision to build a world-class fintech company, and we started in Nigeria. But our products, we had a vision to go places in terms of disrupting the markets. And we look at global competitors like the likes of PayPal and see we have a competitive edge against them in terms of our critical mass, and also because the way we position and our products are more, and because our country, Africa is more complex than the other places because they have an organized system. Our system is like this here, but you need to have a very functional and dynamic system, technology to be able to fit in that purpose. So that has given us a challenge. It has challenged us to wake up and see beyond our nose. So, but a lot of startups, a lot of entrepreneurs don't feel challenged in terms of once they innovate, they want to sit down and let it work that way, because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. You have to keep improving and also be on top of your game, because if you don't, you will face out of the markets. So a lot of people find it difficult scaling because they don't invest more on R&D. That is part of our strategy. And now we're playing within 5 continents, from Africa to Europe to US. Now we're playing in Middle East and Asia. We just opened another office in Bahrain. But we don't just open offices in these places. It's because of the high demand of our merchants, customer.
I love that. Okay, having heard what you've said again, because I was listening well. Now you spoke about taking some online courses and all that, but I need to know, except from those online courses and the rest, what are some valuable skills you've learned throughout the years that have enhanced your productivity as an entrepreneur?
Before we started playing global, I do commit myself, use my own resources to travel, to go and listen to successful CEOs, ask them questions, and also attend events. Not because I'm going for event pilgrimage, but to learn and connect. One has already defined where he's going to. So you need to understand what you really want. Who are your network? Who are your business partners? You have to define all that. There's no shortcuts to success. It's a ladder. You have to follow it. But you must remain focused. You must be passionate. And you must have determination. And you must have one vision. If you have a team, all of you must have one vision. Because if you have 2 visions, you have division. And if you have 3 visions, you have confusion. So you and your team have to agree on where you're going to. Even choosing your team, you need to understand, you need to get teams that you guys have same vision and direction. That makes you succeed. One of our unique selling points is our team in VoguePay. We have dynamic team who are all goal getters, who are all hungry for success. That Nigerian determination of succeeding. You see, yeah, so that's our team. But if you laid back, if you have a team that is laid back, you need to give them a wake-up call. It doesn't work. You can't go anywhere. So that drive keeps us going, keeps us floating. You can imagine our growth stage is over 200%. But we're quiet. We've never seek for $1 from any investor. We'll never seek for $1 from an investor. We can boast of that. But the speed at which we're growing is beyond imagination. But we're still humble. We're still learning. We're still taking notes. A lot of people see us at events, they laugh, they think that we're just going to events. We go to strategic events to listen, to meet with our competitors, to meet with our players within the space, we meet with we're also merchants because we go there to seek for customers. As we are, we still hustle customers. We still hustle.
Welcome back. I am still with Jega of Isaac. Okay, so please let's talk about your company's approach to development, self-development, and of course, growth.
That's a critical area we don't joke with. We ourselves, directors of the company, we understand that we need to improve on our build more capacity in what we're doing and understand what we're really into. We need to understand what are these strategies being used in terms of closing deals. Listen to people who are experienced, not professors in the classroom. No, listen to people who have done it in that space. It's not about speaking English. It's all about understanding business analytics and how you can, the business intrigues. For our staffs as well, we do the same thing in them. And we took it upon ourselves in VoguePay to be sponsoring. There's a community of young people called NACOS Association, National Association of Computer Science Students. VoguePay sponsored their program yearly.
So, Jega of ICT, I need to ask you, what is the biggest challenge you've had to face in the past? How did you overcome them? And of course, what have you learned from them?
One of the major things I learned is team building. I understand that earlier before when I started, I felt I could do it alone. I could stand out, or I can be jack of all trades. I realized that it's not possible. I failed a lot. When I activated that spirit, it didn't take me anywhere. I did well. I was moving fast, but I couldn't go far. Do you understand the formula? I was moving fast, but I couldn't go far. So, when I activated the spirit of togetherness, the team building around me, I'm working with a structure, with a team, I was now able to go far. I was able to move beyond borders. So that has given me, that was one of my failures, and I understand that I had to build it. And anytime I meet any entrepreneur, I keep singing that in their ears. Team building. Are you working alone? Go and look for a co-founder. Go and look for a partner. You can't do it alone. That's it. Secondly, is lack of support structure. Issues of power, internet, data, a lot of capital infrastructure that you need to put in place. You need to be your own government. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to be your own government. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be your own government. I don't want to break it down. I don't want to break it down. You need to be your own government. So it's quite difficult for people to be able to stand alone and make it happen. You must have that extra energy to push harder.
Welcome back. This is still Youngafricantrep, and I have Jega of ICT in the house. Okay, I need to ask you, having heard all this, you really sounded so innovative and consistent, like this persistency in your works. So I need to know, have you ever thought of quitting at some point?
Yes, I've thought about, not now. Not now. Yeah, at some point when that period that we are pushing, and I didn't see the lights.
I need to ask you.
You understand?
No more push.
No, we're pushing, but we're floating now. You know? You know what? There's one thing about hard work pays. You need to work hard. You understand? You understand? Hard work pays. So it's all a product of hard work. But that period when you push, you're working hard, you're not seeing light here. He said, oh, should I drop this and start that? But that determination spirit, just say that, we're almost there. Keep encouraging yourself. Your team keep telling you that we're almost there. And it happened.
You got there.
Once you get there, it's per click.
I like that.
You keep clicking. So that's it. But yeah, then, but not now.
Thank you very much for coming on today's show. I really had a good time. And what really struck me was the part where I asked that, what do you do every day to improve on yourself? And you said you kept asking questions, you learned, and you connected. I think that's like a take-home words for us today. So to entrepreneurs out there, I would head that keep asking questions, learn, connect, do something for yourself. And of course, if you listen to the 3Ds it mentioned, it's a dream, design, and of course, develop yourself. Thank you guys for staying tuned on today's show, Youngafricantrep TV series. For more updates, you can follow us on our Instagram handle at TrepAfrica, on our YouTube handle at TrepAfrica, on Facebook and Twitter, TrepAfrica. And of course, to stay connected to our guest today, kindly follow him on Instagram at Mohammed. I guess I'm right about that.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you guys. Until see you next time, stay young and imaginative.
Stay young and imaginative.